Portuguese countryside stretched before my eyes without obstruction. As I breathed in the fresh air and took in the scenery, uninterrupted by buildings, noise or distraction, I thought to myself, have I found my dream home?
Soul searching, fall apart. Tunnel vision.
After months of research and countless video calls with local property agents, I found myself standing on a patch of wild land in rural Portugal, where ancient olive trees blossomed ready for harvest and the morning mist clung to the distant hills. This wasn't just about buying land, it was about designing the next chapter in my life. The ruin that stood before me told stories through its weathered stone walls that run parallel with abandoned grape terraces. Nature had slowly reclaimed what man had once tamed, creating a perfect blank slate for my vision of self-sufficiency and solitude. Walking the boundary of what could become my future home, I felt that familiar surge of excitement I used to get after landing in Bangkok or wandering through Vietnamese markets or the temples of India. But this was different. This wasn't just another stamp in my passport. This was the potential to lay down my roots and build my dream lifestyle. The local village, barely visible from my vantage point, offered exactly what I'd been seeking. Authenticity untouched by time. Here, elderly men still gathered in the town square to play cards, and women shared recipes passed down through generations. No McDonald's, no Starbucks, no Tesco Express. Just Portugal in its purest form. Each step through the wild grass revealed new possibilities. That natural plateau would be perfect for a sustainable home, positioned to capture both sunrise and sunset. The old well could be restored, and those south-facing slopes were begging for vegetable gardens and fruit trees. I could already envision the outdoor kitchen where I'd prepare meals from my own land under the canopy of stars, undiminished by city lights. This wasn't the Thailand I knew and loved, with its vibrant energy and constant pulse of life. Instead, it offered a different kind of excitement. The thrill of creating something entirely my own, or shaping the land with my own hands, watching the seasons change across my own valley. The silence here spoke volumes, punctuated only by the call of birds and the whisper of wind through the cork trees. Perhaps this was what I'd been searching for all along. Not just an escape from the urban grind, but a chance to write my own story from the ground up. The freedom lifestyle I'd built through years of being a digital nomad had given me wings, but now it was offering me something else. The freedom to put down roots on my terms. As the sun began to set, casting long shadows across what could become my future home, I realised this wasn't just about finding a plot of land in Portugal, it was about finding a place where my vision of freedom could fully bloom.
Close your eyes, hear the voice within calling.
Where self-sufficiency wasn't just a dream, but a daily reality. Where community meant knowing your neighbours' stories, not just their nameless faces. My adventures across Asia has shaped me, taught me to embrace the unknown and find beauty in difference. Now, standing on the wild Portuguese hillside, I felt ready for a new kind of adventure. One measured not in miles travelled, but in trees planted, in vegetables harvested, in stars gazed upon from my own piece of land. This was freedom reimagined, not the freedom of constant movement, but the freedom to stay, to build, to grow, to wake each morning to the sound of nature rather than social media notifications and fake news. To measure wealth and success not in a monetary value or Instagram followers, but by the bounty of my land. When the sun dipped below the horizon, in that moment I knew this wasn't just another story on my journey. This was where my next chapter could begin. Asia would always be there for future adventures, but here in the heart of rural Portugal, I'd found something different. A place to call home on my terms.